Well, on today's video, showing off my KC lights I picked up, I ordered. I got the Cyclones, I got Sim lights, the main floodlights, spot beams. So I got those. Just finished installing them. The Cyclones I'm almost done with though, still working on them. So yesterday I spent most of my night making brackets for these lights. I don't want them in bumper because I want a little bit of a profile, fairly good bumper to stick out a bit. So a tree hits the bumper, I don't wreck the light so much. So I'm going to put a 2x3 at the back. It's 3 inches here, 2 inches this way, that's plenty. And this bolts through. I got sheet metal screws back there so I can adjust my angle. Because without the screw, it wants itself turn by itself over time. So I have 2 screws on each. I'm going to turn one way, take one screw out. And I still have room to tilt it. That's plenty. Routed the cable underneath the winch on both sides. Went through my second slot on both sides, so it's not sticking out, you're not going to see it. So I did that. Still got a zip tie inside though. Routed all the wires through a hole I made a long time ago, never used it for my, my Harbor Freight winch. Went through this hole here. So went through up here, bundled up all the extra cord, went up, came back across. Went across here. There's a fuse that they give you. I have a fuse box, but it's like I got a fuse already. So maybe over time I'll switch it to one main box, but for now it's fine. Going across the battery. That's that. Runs across this bar. Goes through the dashboard. Drill a hole. Put a garment on it. Comes through this side. I made a switchboard panel. I could have bought one, but on the cheap side. So I made my own. So I have switches. And I'll wire it up. This is for my floodlights. My reverse light. That's my rock lights in the middle because I got a preset set for green. So that's turned on and off. So I don't use my phone too many times. Next one's my wiper blades. And I have 2 extra. They work. Show that off and do my next lights. You have a slight little angle issue. They're both kind of one and that one's down, but there's too far center for me. I want the lights to be minor off. So my main lights of the Jeep are shining straight. These lights are shining towards the gutters of the ditch on both sides of the road. So that's what I'm going to do with the lights. But I can't because the Jeep's still in the lift. Suspension. Tomorrow's bushings. Thursday's late spring day. So, and then Friday car show. But next thing, working with these lights off. They only draw about, well, they said running 2, so 20 amps is the fuse. So 10 amps you're drawing it mostly. It's not horrible. Alright, my next thing, my Cyclones. I made mounts on the hoods. They don't give you brackets, so they only give a sheet metal screw to screw it right on in, which is a good deal for JK because the hoods have a piece of metal going up, it holds their hood at an angle, so your hood's always at the angle that the lights need to be. Older Jeeps, we go against the windshield frame, so no stick. So that way I need to make custom brackets. Went to the scrap bin, found one piece of metal, cut in half, bent it, drilled 2 number 8 size holes, metric holes. So the bolts I got. So I did that, wired it down, ran across the wires, that one, put a garment, little hose on it to protect, I don't know what to do. So I'm still working on that. But down below, run across because of the hinge point. So you hinge back and forth. I want no friction, so that taped it, zip tied it to my rock light harness. right across, put ground to here, short as possible. I don't want to run the ground to the battery and such, just go there. Positive wire all the way across. I'm going to clean it up, but for now it's fine. Come across, fuse for it. I believe that's only a 10 amp fuse. They gave me an on and off switch. Well, I could put the switch on the switch panel, which I should and could, but really these are for when you're working on the engine on the trail or just showing it off at the car shows at night. So for that matter, the hood's open the whole time. I'm not gonna drive with the lights on. So it's like just put the switch inside, which I think what KC designed it to be done too. They give you a switch for, so on and off. That's that. Turn them on. Turn the charge lights off for just the show. Once you're ready for what I need to do, I'm still gonna adjust the angles once my Jeep's level on the ground, but for now I can adjust up and down. They spin, but it doesn't really help you. So up and down is my adjustment, and being bolted, I could swing it to the angle I need. So I want this light to immediately face my that, because that breaks all the time. Distributors having issues all the time. Alternator, oil filter, the battery, so I want the light to face this stuff. This light, I want to face the fuse box, side of the road repair, my exhaust, my steering box, my fuel system, and the carburetor, so you can see with this light. So that's all I really need to see when I break down. And do occasionally, this pin pops out or my linkages pop out, so it's good to see. Don't need to hold a flashlight, or we got magnetic flashlights and trying to deal with that. So that's why I bought these lights. The big lights were about $350. The Cyclones, I don't really know the price, around $50 or so. I did get a discount on a coupon code they gave me when I called them. So I got that, helped out a bit. So that's the lights for the KC lights. They're installed, so I gotta finish up the top wiring, and that's it for the trail. I'm gonna go test, adjust the front lights, and adjust those lights as I go. So far for me, it's a 2-day install. Hour-wise, we're talking, I start usually around 3 o'clock. It's about 7 now, so 4 hours a day. So 8 hours in to get installed. For me, it's work because brackets to make custom, and then brackets to make custom and dealing the wiring. So not horrible, but it's a good half-day project, I would say. That's really it. Thanks for watching.